Gotta say, waking up at 6:30 is so much easier when everyone else is asleep and I have the house to myself without having to dance around everyone. But I'm now proud to say that I'm part of the Making My Bed Everyday group, and it does make everything in my room feel much tidier, so hopefully I can keep that up.
We've got some pineapple in, so I'm just gonna have some fruit, and then I'll have breakfast later. Duolingo usually takes half an hour. I usually complete like one block and then gives me all the vocab needed to skip to the next unit. And it also gives me double XP. Having half an hour means that it'll probably give me enough time for my digestive system to stop having a dance party before I attempt to do any running or whatnot. You see, I don't usually run in the morning. I would usually do some kind of strength exercise, but since my brother has gone back to school, everyone's awake, and I don't like doing it when everyone's awake. So if I go running out of everyone's way, and I also want to get used to running in the morning for uni, because if I join the rowing club, I'm going to be doing some kind of cardio in the morning. So I think running is the closest thing, just to kind of see what I can do when I wake up. There are many reasons why I am glad my dad decided to give up on paying for the gym and save up for a treadmill instead. It means I can just set up Netflix on my iPad, so I feel like I'm actually consuming some media. I just feel like I need to have some more input because my AirPods aren't loud enough for me to listen to podcasts. I was supposed to do a long run yesterday, but I felt sad, so I didn't. I don't know whether to try and do that now or just to do like a see how it goes. I didn't quite do the full long run, but I think it's close enough. I don't want to leave breakfast too late.
No, my breakfast plan was to have a banana and lotus spread with toast, but the bananas were still crunchy, so it kind of made me a bit flustered, and then I overdid the toast. But I found some blueberries and we persevered.
I usually try and do my Anki flashcards at breakfast, which is what I did then. You may be thinking, you're not at university yet, what flashcards are you doing? General knowledge, because I'm a nerd. I've also got a bit of biology A-level over there because I didn't do biology A-level. I'm taking a biology module, but I am very slowly going through some of the biology A-level set as like pre-uni work myself to try and learn about the molecular section of it. So I've literally just got some of the stages of photosynthesis on my Anki flashcards.
Anyway, especially when I'm at home, I like to have some sort of plan because I literally cannot function without one, but I'm also fairly bad at sticking to my own plans. So I make them anyway, just so I know what time of day it is. So this is me just editing yesterday's plan to fit to today, and it makes me realise I do have more time in each day rather than just floating around it. Just a brief look at the STEM Bridge course that the natural science students have been set by the main people in the departments. It's just to remind us all of the A-level work we're supposed to have maintained. I'm also just getting used to adding the online lectures and things to Notion so that I can use it properly when I actually go to uni.
So this week I have two non-Isaac physics tasks. Was watching a lecture and doing the questions for it, which I've done, and now I'm going to watch some videos about people talking about the practicals and do an activity on that. So I think it's just some advice about how to get the best out of labs, and then we got the physics and chemistry practical handouts, and then an online practical, and then I have to add to the forum what I thought about it, and then afterwards it gives us some revision on Isaac physics. Got an email about the cybersecurity awareness training course. That's something I'm going to try and do today as well.
Genuinely just brush my teeth and get changed at random points in the day. And of course, socks of the day. I got these ones in Prague, and they're bamboo ones, and they're super soft. I just finished off the online lab work and ended up confessing my attachment to the goose I was observing to a bunch of people I've never met, so you're welcome, guys.
Now, on top of the STEM Bridge course and all the Isaac physics work that comes with it, It's supposed to be about 40 hours spread over 4 weeks, but in reality, if you're doing the extensions and everything, and if you're doing everything in time for tutorials, it's definitely more than that, especially if you're doing physics. And to add to that, I've got individual work from the directors of studies from my college specifically. I don't know whether you'd still call it summer work, seeing as literally everyone else I know is at university doing work already, apart from Bella going to Oxford. But I have a maths test that I need to do, takes an hour, but I also have 40 physics questions to do, which are all multi-parts and really hard. And like the problems that are in like the mathematical Olympiads, and they just take me so long. And what question am I on? I'm on question 4, and I feel like I've been doing them for hours. It's just like completely different to physics A-level.
Apparently these are the infamous 40 CATS questions which CAT students get set. Yippee! We've been told to have a go at them all, although our second year reps have said trying about 5 to 10 is more realistic. As you can see, it takes me forever to do a single one. Made myself a lovely coffee with a dying coffee machine, which is usually around 10. I wasn't very hungry, but I wanted to try this Christmassy spiced biscuit my mum bought, and it was quite nice. I do cryptic crosswords in a little coffee break. Recently found these 3D ones which each have a theme, and I was introduced to by the CATS newsletter.
I'm gonna spend most of the time until lunch doing the physics questions. I actually did question 4 without breaking down. That was alright. Just need to upload it to a folder I have shared with one of the directors of studies. Also timetable for some subjects. You can see when the lectures are, which is cool, but it's only for biology of cells and maths at the moment. I'm gonna have to wait until my personal timetable.
I don't think I got through a single question, and I was doing this for about an hour and a half. This is about 5 minutes of recording, by the way. 5 minutes, which I thought was substantial enough to have a dance break, apparently.
I didn't realise the time, it's now basically 1 o'clock. I haven't made any progress on question 5. I definitely need to practice not spending too long on questions, but it's so annoying, I don't know how to do it. What a way to make me feel stupid. Anyway, my dad's just come home with my niece, so I'm gonna go downstairs and see her. And apparently it's lunchtime, but I still feel ill from this morning, so I'm not gonna have fun.
I'll do Hey Doggy, shall I? What's this?
Doggy.
Doggy! Woof woof. Do some colouring. And then it was lunchtime. Don't fucking hate my lunch, okay? I've had this literally every day I've been at home for the past year, and I won't hit any of it. During lunch though, I have to do all my daily puzzles and stuff in the right order, of course. So I can't lie, my Wordle game has been pretty darn good recently.
This is the bane of my existence.
I'm the mousey.
You're the mousey. What am I? Dinosaur. Which ones are your favourite? These ones or these ones?
I like the mouse.
The mouse.
It's just a chance to show you how I've improved my handstands instead of doing a vague upper body exercise. I've actually felt some progress, which is fun. I like to listen to podcasts while I do this, and I have been obsessed with Let's Learn Everything, so I'm currently making my way through their backlog.
I do want to try and get one more physics question done. I don't know which one that will be. For now, I'm going to read a bit on reaction kinetics. Proper spine-cracking stuff.
Yeah, very soon afterwards, the page just started falling out. Do not recommend.
Having family over made me forget what I usually do around this time, which is some art. Whilst I still have some extra time. When I was a bit younger, I used to be obsessed with like the Wreck This Journal. That's all I would watch on YouTube, all kind of art things. So much so that I made several lists of all the like do-it-yourself kind of books and asked for them for Christmas for multiple years in a row. It now means I just have a pile of these books with only about one of them done. So I am telling myself if I do art, it's going to be towards one of these. So I've chosen to finish this book because this is the only one that I haven't looked through, and I want to look through because one of the rules is you can't skip ahead, so you have to do it in order, which I find quite fun. So like this is where I first started doing actual practicing art with it.
For the decision-making one, I was trying to think of a reference, and I didn't think of the Matrix until after I'd drawn that frog, so I drew Morpheus afterwards. And rookie error in not protecting the back of my work there.
Okay, it's time for the maths tutorial, but my dad has definitely forgotten because he's decided to make dinner, which is fine because this week was definitely a much easier week than it has been. The topics were probability and complex numbers, so I think it's something that I can just have on in the background. I'm going to do some other problems for physics. So I'm going to catch up on things that I need to do for the next tutorials, which are tomorrow and the day after. Yeah, I've decided to just go downstairs for dinner.
It was very worth skipping the maths tutorial to watch Taskmaster with everyone else. And try and finish this massive 1,500 piece puzzle I have going on for literal months.
Tonight is Monday and it's quiz night on the BBC, so it's just gone 7 now, and University Challenge is on at 8:30, and I might watch Only Connect at 8 and continue doing my puzzle because I'm so nearly done but I'm going to do some editing for about an hour.
I had my nightly hot chocolate, and then I tried to train myself at chess, failing badly because I'm terrible at chess, and I actually forgot to film University Challenge or anything before I got ready for bed and started reading. I saw this thing on Twitter or Threads where someone was adding up their own scores for University Challenge using the actual bonus starter question point system. So I've started doing that for the past 2 weeks, and I beat last week's score. I got 90 this time, which was cool. And last week, St. Cat's were on University Challenge. They did a smashing job. Didn't get through, I don't think. Well, we don't know. I just spend some time reading before I go to bed. Usually about an hour and a half. On this day I was reading After Sappho. I finished that now. It's very good. Reading After Sappho and listening to Chapel Roan. What more could you ask for? But I usually turn off my lights at around 11, so that is my day. I hope you've enjoyed this little endeavour into a bog standard day before I go to university, where pretty much everyone has already gone. But with that all done, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you again soon.